Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilcon, and I'm recording this video on Whimpering Puppy. And we have had some very good discussions today about the upcoming merger, and I've gotten a couple of private messages, and I want to address that right here coming out of the gate. First, I don't teach anybody to trade. I am not a licensed professional or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just a guy with a keyboard. I cannot tell you what to buy, nor when to sell, nor any of that. Understand something very clearly. In the market, we all walk alone. Our decisions are ours and ours alone, and we are 100% responsible for them. So, whatever you choose to buy and whenever you choose to sell, that rests on your soul. It is not fair to yourself nor anyone else to be asked those questions. So if investing, trading, however you want to look at this, is very scary to you, there's nothing to be ashamed about, and maybe you shouldn't do it. I'm not telling you not to. Just understand that these are your decisions, not mine nor anyone else's. And on that same subject, I will tell you, don't turn to other people for advice because they may or may not have agendas and bad things can happen. Make your own decision, and I hope you make them wisely, and I hope you profit immensely from them, because I like to see people succeed. It makes me happy. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about the upcoming merger, because I think Mr. Muscle and there was another gentleman today that there's 2 points of view about what may happen and where the value is going to come from. I'm going to lay out my point of view, why I hold what I hold, and what my intentions may possibly be. Because I say may possibly be because I may not do anything. I may leave everything exactly as it is, and I'm going to state the reasons why. All right, so let's talk first about LSXM series, the A and the K, and SIRI itself. Everybody wants to know which is better to buy. Personally, I don't think it really matters at where it's at. However, there is a tax advantage if you buy the LSXMK. And that tax advantage, and all this is in that Schedule 14A, go to page 7, at the very top, the first question, what are the U.S. federal tax consequences of the split off? There's an answer there that tells you what all this is. Go to page 16. Why is Liberty Media proposing the transaction? It gives you 5 bullet points about why, and the bottom one being expectation for tax-free transaction. All right, the only reason that you want to buy Liberty at this point is for that tax-free transaction amount, whatever that may be, as well as I don't know why else. That would be it. Those stocks trail SIRI, and they trade at a discount. When you divide that by 8.3, that tells you what the equivalent SIRI share price is. So if it's $22, that's like roughly $2.77 a share, I think, is what that will translate into. Now understand, when all this folding in occurs, and we are simply going to look at this pre-split, because that is how it was originally written. So you're going to get 8.3 or 8.4 shares of SIRI stock. Now, this stock is not just mushrooming out of thin air. They physically hold the stock. Now, so you're getting 8.3 shares of SIRI for exchange of that Liberty share. All they're doing is taking away something that you own and putting something that they own in its place. That is physically what is occurring. They own 3.2 billion shares. Understand that. It's in the filings. They tell you that this is how it's going down. So, in order for it to be a tax-free event, if you read the code, I do some legal stuff. Let's say that. So, I'm not a tax attorney, by the way. One of the things that tax code is about is tax-free. It would be a tax-free gain or loss. Well, this is the stock market. Why would any investor enter into an arbitrage that they're going to lose money? They wouldn't do it. That's stupid. So you're getting actual shares of SIRI at a ratio of 8.3 to 1 if you buy the Liberty. Now, if that's what you want to do, great. My personal opinion, you might as well buy that because, we're about to go into a transition and it's all going to be SIRI and it's all going to be freely tradable. Currently, I would buy SIRI for the dividend, but the dividend's already declared and it's payable and that's not going to come around again. We're all going to be invested in actual SIRI at that point. So, now I will tell you this. I do hold SIRI. I will hold some SIRI through the merger. Most of my shares were bought below the conversion rate today. So for me, I don't feel selling the majority of my SIRI shares is going to benefit me because they're already costed less than what the conversion is because I bought some really cheap 260, 250 shares. So for me, that doesn't make any difference. For the rest of you, you've got to figure that out for yourself. The reason I'm keeping some of the SIRI shares as well, aside from the cost, is that in case the IRS comes back and says, you know what, we change our mind, we now say it's taxable. I want to try and have an argument because what most of our brokers will probably be is like if you hold both, they'll just tell the IRS, yeah, no, we just see SIRI. It was all SIRI. Sorry, guys, whatever. So I'm actually holding some to try and, scam into the future if it calls to that because I just don't trust the government. Our government, the only thing you can believe is a lie. And so that's kind of my point of view. So I hold SIRI shares. I'm going to hold SIRI shares. And I have Liberty shares. I have Liberty A and K. Now, when it comes to actually trading shares or day trading or whatever, swing trading, whatever you want to call that, I do all that pretty well through options. So if that's something you want to do, you can look into that yourself. Now, let's talk about the arbitrage situation here. There are people, and it's not unfounded, that they think somehow or another that the SIRI shares are going to be based off the Liberty shares. That doesn't make any sense to me because that devalues the shares and there's no tax advantage to that. Why would they do that? We're literally getting SIRI shares. Just because it's encapsulated in another stock doesn't mean it isn't equal to $3.10 or wherever it closed. So my view of the arbitrage is the SIRI shares, after everything is passed out, everything's going to get divided by 10, including the authorized shares. this is very important. Everyone keeps wanting to talk about a reverse split. It is a reverse split, but it's more of a structural reorganization, because not only is the outstanding reverse split, so are our authorized. Our authorized dropped from 9 billion to 900 million. So dilutive effects are the same, be it 900 million or 9 billion. It's all the same. Nothing changes, only the price does. Actually, not the price, our value changes. I'm rambling again, sorry about this. Okay, so the arbitrage, we're physically getting SIRI shares, and all of that is going to be, why would they, the only thing I can see that they could do would be add value from the Liberty side and say that, okay, we're, at transition, we're going to hit the ground, and instead of $3.10, we're going to say $4.10. Why, I have no idea. That doesn't make any sense to me, but could it be done? Absolutely. So the pickup from $4 to $3 would be tax-free to them, because they're on the books. They're going to say that those were purchased at $41, and it's win or lose from that point on. That would be the tax-free arbitrage. That would not apply to the SIRI shares. For us, it would be like we were bought at $3 and, shut up, cat. Hey, go away. Don't puke on my new floor. Sorry about that. Oh, God. So, shit. Now I'm all off track. All right. Okay, the $4.10, it doesn't make any sense to me that way. It could happen that way, but I don't think so. I think it's going to reverse split, and whatever that value is, that's just what we're going to come out on the other side. I will say this, there, without doubt, there's manipulation going on, because it is being crushed for no reason whatsoever. And the only thing that makes any sense to me about that whatsoever is to be depressed so that others can take entries that are advantageous to them. And then before this, let's say the first week of September, make a big run on it, because the higher the price of SIRI goes, that arbitrage spread in dollar volume gets wider as well. So 270, let's say, to 310 is 40 cents. Well, if it goes from $3 to $5, that's going to be a $2 gain. And let's say whatever that 15% spread is from $5, it's going to be, I don't know, somewhere around 85 cents or something like that. So that 85 cents per share would be gained tax-free from the Liberty side. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. But by looking at it, it's only based around the SIRI share price is the only way that this makes any sense, that it's a tax-free advantage to Liberty shareholders only. That is specifically written into the agreement. If it wasn't for that, this would not occur. I'm telling you that now. This merger would not occur if it wasn't for that tax-free part, because that was something mandatory by Liberty. They pretty well said so. So, that's the only way it makes sense to me. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. Am I wrong? Often, yes. But not all the time. I do know this. The 9th, we're going to find out. And, I hope we all do well. I can say this, guys. No matter what you choose, I don't think you can go wrong at this. At this depressed cost, this is our entry level. And I don't think we can go much lower. I don't think there's really enough time. Of course, I say that, and next week we're going to be at $2. I have no freaking idea. But, if we are, I'm going to buy a shitload of $3 or $2 calls if it does go down to $2. I'll tell you that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my thoughts, and I wanted to address this because there was a few things I've been thinking about all day long, because I was kind of like, I need to say something, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and feelings shouldn't get hurt. But you wanted to know my thoughts, and those are my thoughts. I wish you all a great evening.